I am speaking to you now because the minutes are running like water through opened hands, and I will not let what I have prepared for you be stolen by distraction, fear, or the noise that tries to wrap itself around your mind. Hear me. I have loved you with a steady love that did not flinch when others changed, did not dim when seasons turned cold, did not withdraw when your own heart was tired. I see you, entirely, and I am not ashamed to call you mine. Archangel Michael has been pressing at the edge of your hearing, tapping at the door of your attention, urging you to look up, to breathe, to open, because time is narrowing to a holy moment, and I want you inside it and not standing out in the hallway of hesitation. 30 minutes left. This is not to scare you, but to gather you. 30 minutes left. This is not a threat, but a promise of precision. 30 minutes left. This is me telling you that I have arranged something you did not plan, a turning of things that thought they would never turn, a reversal of what announced itself as permanent. And then, there is another measure inside this measure, 30 seconds, a window within a window, a spark inside a flame. When the seconds lift their head like a bird, you will feel a surge, and the thing you called coincidence will bow and call itself by its true name, my orchestration. You have skipped too many of the gentle knocks because gentleness is easy to ignore when the loud voices of urgency and worry try to govern your day. But I am not here to scold you, I am here to rescue your attention. Do not hurt me by skipping again, do not treat this moment as disposable. The enemy of your peace is banking on your habit of scrolling past what is for you. But I am breaking that habit now, I am weaving focus into your chest, I am giving you the courage to stand in the middle of the message and receive it without rehearsing your doubts. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where I can reach you, and I am reaching you now. Archangel Michael says, hold. He says, breathe. He says, let the sword of truth cut away the cords that have kept you pulled in too many directions. He says, guard this next half hour like a room you will not let intruders enter. Michael fights for the atmosphere of your life so that you can hear my words without static. He has been pushing back shadows that thought they could grow in your blind spots. He has confronted the whisper that tells you nothing changes, and has commanded it to be silent. He does not arrive to frighten you, he arrives to make you brave, to steady your hands, to pull you away from old patterns that try to dress themselves as comfort. Michael stands at your doorway, and what tries to come through without permission will find an answer it cannot endure. I am exposing what drains you. I am exposing the subtle leak in your day, the small compromise that steals your clarity, the relationship that takes and takes without honoring the gift that you are. I am exposing the thought that says, you must earn everything by suffering, and teaching your heart to trust that I give good gifts without adding sorrow. Some who talked about you will watch as I place a new robe on your shoulders. They will see what I decided and understand that your life is not a vote, it is my decree. You have carried the weight of other people's expectations like stones in a small bag, and your back has known it. Drop the bag now. The approval you hoped would finally unlock rest is a counterfeit key. It breaks inside the door and leaves you outside. I open the door because I am the door, and when I open, no one shuts. I know the night you cried and said, "If there is still a plan, please tell me quickly because I am tired of fog." I answered then by keeping your feet from traps you never saw. I answer now by speaking plainly, yes, there is a plan, yes, it is good, yes, it is unfolding even while you are reading these words. I am rearranging schedules, sending messages into the hands of people who can help you, and placing your name where it needs to be seen. I am softening a heart that has been stubborn toward you. I am closing a mouth that has been reckless with you. I am clearing a desk where a decision will be made in your favor. I am lifting a burden you thought would never move, and I am doing it without requiring you to perform pain in order to prove your worth. You are not a contestant, you are a child. You are not an audition, you are an assignment. There is something unexpected hovering over the next breath, and it is not the catastrophe you imagine when you wait for the other shoe to drop. It is a kindness you do not have a category for yet. When it touches down, it will embarrass despair and make anxiety look small. You will feel it first as a warmth in places you carried cold. You will recognize it as the answer to a prayer you prayed with too little hope and too much history. Receive it. This is not a trick. This is me being myself for you. I am defending you in rooms you have not entered. I am placing evidence of my faithfulness where you cannot influence the narrative, so that when the story comes back to you, you will know it was me and not your strategies. Your wisdom matters, and I honor how you have tried to act with understanding, but I am not limited to your methods. I am the one who plants gardens in ruins and sets tables in the presence of those who said you would not eat again. I am the one who brings water out of hard places and music out of grief. I am the one who touches the midnight and teaches it to become morning. I am the one who pulls the thread that unravels the plan that was built against you. They called their meeting, I called my angels. They spoke your name without honor, I wrote your name with mercy. They designed a trap, I redesigned the terrain. Michael has seen the file with your name on it, the one labeled with worry, the one stamped with predictions that do not belong to you. He has marked it with the seal of countermanded. He stands now, a bright witness to what I am doing, and he is not anxious because he knows my timing is exact. At 1 hour 14 minutes and 44 seconds, yes, even this, there is a note I am striking, and when I strike it, you will be surprised by how many locks were tuned to the same pitch. Doors will answer to it. Opportunities will answer to it. Inner places in your heart will answer to it. The old alarm that used to startle you will be replaced by a bell that gathers you toward peace. Do not be afraid of the specificity, be comforted by it. I am precise with you because you matter. Do not rehearse the worst outcome. Do not replay the old failure like a loop and call it prudence. Prepare instead for goodness. Prepare for apologies you do not have to wring out of anyone. Prepare for clarity that does not shout but simply stands and stays. Prepare for resources that do not arrive as a trickle but as a steady river, enough to lift what was grounded and carry it forward. Prepare for a call that changes your calendar in a way that makes sense of your waiting. Prepare for a text that opens a conversation under my covering. Prepare for an internal strength to say, no, where you used to fold, yes, where you used to stall, later, where you used to rush. I am not making you frantic, I am making you firm. You have survived rooms that were not built for your soul. You have survived opinions that tried to shrink you. You have survived long silences where you wondered if I was still speaking. I never stopped. My voice does not need to compete with chaos, it simply stays, and everything else learns to leave. I am lifting you into a posture that suits who you truly are, beloved, focused, replenished. The tiredness that clung to your mornings will not have permission to live in the next chapter. The habit of assuming the worst will meet a kindness that interrupts it again and again until hope is how you think without trying. This is not denial, this is deliverance. Listen to me, you are not at the mercy of moods you did not choose. You are not beholden to people who cannot see you. You are not tethered to the old narrative of lack. I am teaching your hands to gather what I have placed within reach. I am teaching your voice to carry truth without trembling. I am teaching your eyes to recognize doors by peace and not by panic. There will be moments when you almost talk yourself out of what I am giving. You will be tempted to tell an old story because it feels safer than receiving something new. When that moment arrives, remember this: you do not owe loyalty to your former limits. You owe loyalty to the life I am breathing into you now. There is a name you have been thinking about, a situation that seems to repeat with different faces, a pattern you can feel but cannot fully describe. I am stepping into it. I am untangling what you were not able to solve with explanation. I am not here to humiliate anyone or to elevate you by comparison. I am here to bring light, and when light comes, confusion loses its voice. Some truths arrive softly like dawn, others arrive decisively like a door thrown open. What you need is arriving in the way you need it, enough gentleness to keep your heart soft, enough strength to keep your boundaries clear. You will not have to perform hardness to keep yourself safe. Soft and strong is holy, and that is what I am fashioning in you. Your provision is not late. Your help is not lost. The next step is not hidden as punishment, it has been hidden as protection while I prepared the ground. You were not ready to walk there before, because the soil would have swallowed the seed. Now the soil has been worked. Now the rain has been called. Now the timing is aligned with your capacity. You will feel grace returning to tasks that used to drain you. You will notice that conversations lean toward peace instead of argument. You will see that what once required wrestling now yields to a quiet word spoken with me inside it. This is the ease that follows obedience, the strength that follows surrender, the clarity that follows trust. Do not trade this hour for busyness. Do not trade this hour for the small sugar of distraction. I am writing strength into your bones. I am loosening the knot in your chest. I am steadying the rhythm of your mind. You will sleep and wake differently. You will notice how light waits for you in the places you used to avoid. You will sense when to speak and when to stay silent. You will know which invitations to accept and which to bless and decline. I am making you fluent in peace. Michael remains, a sentinel of brightness, and he is not alone. Help is with you, help that thinks clearly, hears cleanly, acts kindly. You will not be bullied by urgency, you will be guided by timing. You will not be haunted by what-ifs, you will be anchored by what is and what I have promised. Remember this, I do not tease with hope. When I say new, I mean new. When I say now, I mean now. When I say you are mine, nothing can argue you out of my arms. Something unexpected is moving toward you inside these 30 seconds, threading itself through these 30 minutes, and rippling out into your days. It will not require you to be someone else, it will confirm who you really are. Stay with me. Do not skip. Keep your heart open, your shoulders lowered, your breath steady. If you feel the old fear, speak this truth, I am safe in the love that made me. If you feel the old shame, speak this truth, I am covered by mercy that does not run out. If you feel the old rush, speak this truth, I move at the speed of grace. I bless your home to hold peace like fragrance that lingers even after the door is opened and closed. I bless your name to be spoken with favor by those who can bless you without hidden costs. I bless your hands to work in ways that satisfy you and serve others. I bless your mind to recognize my voice faster than it recognizes fear. I bless your path to be straight where it once bent under the pressure of other people's plans. I bless your rest to be deep enough to rebuild the places that were worn thin. I bless your future to be thick with good story. Lift your head. Receive what I am pouring. Let this message settle into the inner rooms. Let it become the architecture of your choices. You were not made to live in countdowns of dread, you were made to live in expectancy that knows I am faithful. I have arranged a beautiful proof. It will find you. It will make sense. It will last. And when it arrives, you will say, I did not skip it. I stood in it. I received it. That will be your testimony, and peace will be your atmosphere. I am with you. I am for you. I am not leaving. Archangel Michael is posted at your threshold, and he will not be moved by rumor or threat. He will keep the space clear while you walk forward. Keep breathing. Keep receiving. The next sound you hear, the next sign you see, the next small door that opens, walk through with me. 30 minutes belong to us. 30 seconds carry the spark. And beyond them, a whole chapter is turning toward light. I am speaking to you now because you asked, because your spirit still leans forward when most people lean back, because heaven noticed that even when you felt invisible you kept one lamp burning. Do not harden your heart in this moment. Do not say, later. You have come to a doorway and the handle is already warm. Archangel Michael is standing at the threshold, armor bright, eyes steady, and he says there are 30 minutes left for a certain door and 30 seconds before a sign touches the fabric of your day. Do not skip this. I am with you. I want you to hear me all the way through. I have seen the late night sighs you swallow so no one else will worry. I have watched you rehearse conversations you never got to finish, arguments you never started, goodbyes you never meant to say. I know where you were hurt, and I know who taught you to expect pain in the places you should have been able to rest. I am not here to blame you for learned defenses. I am here to loosen them, gently, like unwinding a bandage that has stuck to the wound. I am not here to embarrass you. I am here to lift you by the hand. Some things in your life have been lingering beyond their season, like fruit left on a branch growing too heavy to hold itself. You have tried to carry burdens that were never meant to be your permanent address. In your mind you drew maps that circled the same problems. If I am kinder, if I am quieter, if I am smarter, if I am less visible, if I am more forgiving, maybe this will change. Hear me, change is not bribed by your self-erasure. Change is born when truth is welcomed and fear is asked to leave. I am sending Michael to stand at your door because truth has arrived and fear is no longer your landlord. There is an appointment in time that others tried to cancel by speaking small over your name. They underestimated what I planted in you. They saw your patience and mistook it for weakness. They saw your compassion and mistook it for confusion. They saw your silence and mistook it for surrender. I was hiding you in plain sight while your roots thickened in the unseen soil. They looked at the surface and misread the season. I looked at the seed and set the schedule. I am the keeper of your timetable. I did not forget you. Do not measure your future with the ruler of your delays. Michael says you keep hearing a clock in your spirit, a soft ticking that seems to grow louder when you lie down. It is not anxiety, it is alignment. Something you prayed for is coming into range, like a boat gliding toward your side of the river. You asked me for clarity and I am giving it to you in layers, a nudge, a name, a phrase that will not let you go, a door that shuts itself, a door that opens so easily you will wonder if it is a trap. It is not a trap. It is favor. You are not used to things opening for you, you are used to prying. Here is a sign, what is from me will not require you to lie to keep it. I know about the conversation that never reached your ears but affected your days. I saw the messages exchanged without your knowledge, the meeting where your name sat on a table among papers and estimates and opinions. I heard the analysis that tried to calculate your worth with a checklist that did not include your calling. It wounded you in ways you couldn't name because the wound was administrative, quiet, polite. I am not merely healing your feelings, I am overturning a verdict. You do not need to confront everyone to be vindicated. Your vindication will be a sequence of outcomes that do not match the forecast they wrote about you. You are not behind. You are in an hour that requires holy pacing. Michael says there are assignments trying to dock in your harbor and they need room. You have said yes to too many small boats. Release what was only meant to visit. You will feel an ache where you used to accommodate. That ache is not loss, it is capacity returning to its rightful owner. I am reclaiming your bandwidth. I am removing stale priorities that pretend to be urgent. I am teaching you the difference between noise and signal. In the next 30 minutes you will sense a reordering. A person calls who matters, an email arrives that clarifies, a thought lands that feels like an answer you didn't know how to frame. Do not rush to dilute it with second guessing. Let the answer stand upright. I am addressing fear of sudden change in you. You have experienced sudden loss and sudden disappointment. Your nervous system learned to brace at the sound of footsteps. Now sudden goodness approaches and the same alarms try to ring. Hush the old alarms. Tell them the owner is here. Tell them the new sound is restoration arriving without apology. You do not have to sabotage what I am sending by pre-grieving it. Receive me without rehearsing how to be okay if I leave. I am not leaving. I am teaching you to inhabit answered prayer. There is a relationship in your life that echoes a pattern of almost, but never quite, honor. The explanations have grown ornate, the fruit is thin. I am not condemning them, I am positioning you. When you let go of the role of always understanding, you will finally be understood. Michael will guide you in the conversation you have postponed. Your words will be simple and free from accusation. You will say what is true without dressing it in armor. The other heart will choose. If they choose distance, let the door be gentle. If they choose growth, I will supply the courage. You are not obligated to be half-valued to keep history tidy. You have been faithful with little. You have been faithful with almost nothing and called it little. You kept your tone kind when you were bleeding in places that did not show through your clothes. You made room for others as if abundance were your native language. Because of this, I am moving you into a season where what you gave out will return through different channels. You will not be able to trace who owes you. Do not try. Harvest does not argue with the wind about which field to bless, it simply ripens. Listen, your name is changing rooms. You will hear it in conversations that never used to include you. You will be asked for counsel by those who once dismissed you. Do not weaponize this elevation as revenge. Let it be witness. When they ask you how you kept your heart uncluttered, tell them the truth. You kept talking to me when nothing seemed to talk back. Tell them hope is not denial, it is architecture. You built a shelter from promises and rested there when rain made other shelters leak. Now you will host others in the shelter you built with me. A financial concern has been poking your shoulder like a persistent child. I am not ignoring it. I am sending provision in a way that also teaches you how to carry greater provision. You will notice two opportunities side by side. One will be fast and glittering, the other quieter with longer roots. Choose the rooted one. Fast can be right when I breathe on it, glitter can be beautiful when I fashioned it, but in this instance I am strengthening your foundations. The quieter door is your training ground for managing more without bleeding peace. You have asked me, what about the promise that sounded so specific? What about the sentence that lit me up and then fell into silence? I did not withdraw it, I have been aligning it. Timing is not a punishment, it is an ecosystem. There are lives that intersect with your promise, and I am preparing them too. Some blessings require mutual readiness. I would not hand you a violin in the dark without also lighting the room where the orchestra waits. I am lighting rooms. Your body has stored stories your mind could not tell. You have been fatigued by battles that did not look like battles from the outside. You have carried tension as if it were part of your personality. I am gently unwinding knots you thought were identity. When you feel warmth in your chest for no reason, or an unexpected breath that goes deeper than usual, recognize it. I am touching the nervous system that has been carrying old weather reports. New weather is here. The guard who kept watch at gates that no longer exist is off duty now. Michael says you will see a small confirmation in 30 seconds, and you will be tempted to call it coincidence. Do not. It will be a word, a number, a color, a name, a soft chiming on your device, a phrase from a stranger that feels tailored. Smile when you see it. That smile is an agreement. Agreement is not hype, it is alignment of your will with mine. After the sign, speak out loud, yes, with your actual voice. I agree with the good that is arriving. I agree with the courage to receive. I agree with the ending of what has ended. Your words are the key, your breath is the turning of the key. Forgiveness is rising in you again. You thought you were done, but fragments still scrape when certain memories brush past them. Do not shame yourself for healing in layers. Honor the layers. You are not going back to the beginning every time, you are moving deeper into freedom. Forgiveness will not erase your memory, it will disinfect it. The memory will stop poisoning your present. You will recall and remain whole. This is how I protect you from repeating what harmed you without keeping you bound to the harm. You have feared making the wrong move so intensely that you froze at the edge of right ones. I am thawing the freeze. You will move with modest steps that add up to distance before you realize how far you have come. Do not despise modest steps, they are faithful architecture. Celebrate small completions, the email sent, the room tidied, the document named and filed, the glass of water finished, the walk taken, the boundary kept. Faithfulness in small completions is a magnet for great commissions. I saw when someone laughed at your tenderness as if it were a flaw to be fixed. They did not know tenderness is one of my signatures. Do not harden to survive. Strength is not the absence of softness, it is the stewardship of it. You will meet a situation soon where your gentleness will unlock a solution that force could not. You will be honored for the very quality that was mocked. You will not gloat. You will bless and move on, light-hearted because you are no longer auditioning.